students. Today is our second session in logarithms. We had already devoted one lesson in logarithms where we had discussed some basic concepts and also the problems related to that concepts. So let's revise those concepts which we had already covered. So these are the two forms of an equation where for the first one is the exponential form and the second one is the logarithmic form. So in the logarithmic form, if you can see, there are three letters where A is called the base, B is called the argument, and C is the logarithmic value. Second thing that we had learned is the base change formula, where the left hand side we can read as log of B with base A will be equal to log of B with base C divided by log of A with base C. Please note that here in the left hand side the argument was B, right, and it comes to the numerator. So it's same, but the denominator has the base A, which was the base A in the left hand side. So here we are changing the bases from A to C. And this is used when, for example, with our normal calculator, scientific calculator, it gives the value of logarithmic with base 10. And hence, if in your question some other basis is there, then it becomes your necessity that you change the base with the help of a calculator, and then you can use your base change formula to convert your given base in the question to base 10. So for example, log of 4 with base 2, you can write as log of 4 with base 10 divided by log of 2 with base 10. Okay, this is the second thing we had learned. The third thing that we had learned, that log of 1 with base A is always 0. That means if the argument is 1, the value becomes 0, whatever be the base. Next, if the base and the argument is same or equal, then the logarithmic value is 1. Also, a to the power log of x with base A, if you get your question in this form, then the value becomes x. So here if you can see, the argument is x and the total value also becomes x. We had also learned some laws of logarithm, like the product law, where you can see that log of mn with base b you can write as log of m with base b plus log of n with base b. It has very much similarity with the law of indices. Second law that we had learned is the power law, which is a log of m to the power k. So k is the exponent or the power with base b becomes k times log of m with base b. So whatever is the power, it comes as a discrete value outside your logarithm. The third is the quotient law, where we can write it as log of m divided by n with base b will be equal to log of m with base b minus log of n with base b. Apart from these laws, we had also discussed that this one, that is, if log of x with base a, we want it to be interchanged, the argument and the base to be interchanged, then we will write the reciprocal, that will be equal to 1 by log of a with base x. Also similarly, log of x, if the base is a to the power n, then we can write that will be equal to 1 upon n of log of x with base a. Similarly, this one also we had seen in the previous class, that is log of x to the power m with base a to the power n, it becomes m upon n of log of x with base a. We also see the difference between natural logarithm and common logarithm. Natural logarithm means the base has to be e. E is a constant, just like pi. Pi is 3.14 is a constant, that's a mathematical constant. Similarly, e is also an exponential constant. We call it as, it is approximately 2.718 and so on. So if the base is e, then we call it as natural logarithm. We can also write it as ln. So log with base e, we can also write it as ln. Common logarithm, as I told before, that this is with the base 10. So the normal calculator, whatever you have, most of the calculator gives naturally the value with base 10. So today's objective is that we will first of all check the answers of the previous lesson. So I am sharing the answers to the questions that we had done in the previous class. The link will be there in the video. So if you want to revisit my previous class, you can have a look. Also, we'll learn about characteristics and mantissa of logarithm. So while checking our answers from the previous lesson, you need to revisit my previous video as I told before, and we will discuss this in our online class. If you still have a doubt and is following my channel, please do ask your questions if you have not understood your answers in the comment section. Let's learn about the characteristics and mantissa. So we know that log of 10 with base 10 is 1. Similarly, we also know that log of 100 with base 10 is, how can we write 100 as 10 to the power 2? And whenever we write 10 to the power 2, 2 comes outside based on the logarithmic law. And if the 10 base and the argument is same, then the value of logarithm becomes 1. So the net value of log of 100 with base 10 is 2. Understood? So similarly, we are dealing with only common logarithm here to make our simplicity in our understanding. And for example, if log of 100 with base 10 is 2, then you can think that similarly that log of 1000 is also 10 to the power, you can write it as 10 to the power 3, and this becomes 3. And we are dealing with common logarithm, just to remind you. So similarly, log of 10,000 becomes, we can write 10,000 as 10 to the power 4, and the whole log of 10,000 becomes 4. Similarly, if we can write as 100,000, log of 100,000, it also becomes 5. So this we already know. What is log of 250 with base 10? Let's start with this example. Now 250 is an argument which lies between 100 and 1000, right? So we know the value of log 100. Can you guess what? Yes, you are right. It is 2. Similarly, what is the value of log of 1000? If you have guessed correctly, very nice, it is 3. Similarly, we can predict from this data that since 250 lies between 100 and 1000, and we know the value of logarithmic 100 and logarithmic 1000, then we can predict that logarithm of 250 should lie between 2 and 3. Correct? So whatever be the value of logarithmic 250, that should be in between 2 and 3. So in order to find out actually the value of logarithm of 250 is 2.397. This we can find out with the help of a calculator because it is with the base 10. Now this 2, the integer value, we call it as characteristics. And this value 3979, which comes after this decimal or fraction, we call it as mantissa. Now this characteristics can be then defined as the integer portion of the value of logarithm. So whatever we get the value of logarithm, here we get the value as 2.3979. So here 2 is the integer portion and we call it as a characteristic. Similarly, mantissa can be defined as the fractional portion of the value of logarithm. or the decimal portion here. So fractional portion is the mantissa and the integer portion is the characteristics when we treat the logarithmic value. Now let's see, without the calculator, without even calculating, we can predict the characteristics. Just I will show you the trick. So for example, the number of digits in 250 is 3, right? So this is the ones place, this is the tens place, this is the hundreds place. So total number of digits is 3. And the characteristics of 250 is the integer portion of logarithmic 250, right? Which we already have discovered in the previous moment. So that is 2. So if the number of digits is 3, then we get the characteristics value as 2. Okay. Now just remember this fact. Now let's verify it with a second example. So if we want to find out the logarithm of 8348 with base 10, then we can see here that 8348 lies between, yes, you are right, it is 1000 and 10,000. It lies between these two integers. And you can predict the value of log of 1000 as well as log of 10,000. Note that the logarithm value of 1000 is 3 and logarithm value of 10,000 is 4, right? So we can now predict similarly that logarithm of 8348 should lie between 3 and 4. So it is just similar to the previous example. So we can predict, maybe we are not able to predict the exact value, but yes, we can predict that this value, logarithm of 8348 should lie between 3 and 4. Now, so what is our conclusion, short conclusion from it? That a logarithm value of 8348 is something 3 point something. So we have verified it with the help of calculator, that is it is 3.922. And you can now understand that 3 is called the characteristics because it is the integer value, right? And the mantissa is 922, which is the fractional value. So it is the integer portion is 3 and the fractional portion is 922. Okay, the fractional portion is called the mantissa. Now just remember this value, that logarithm of 8348 is 3 point something. Okay. Now what is our conclusion then? That if the number of digits is 4, because here we have 4 digits, it is ones place, tens place, hundreds place and thousands place. So the total number of digits is 4. Then we can write the characteristics as 3. So we can see that there is a pattern here. So here we can conclude that if the number is greater than unity, okay, and we are trying to find out the value of the logarithm, and if there are n digits in the integral part, then characteristics is n minus 1. So if the number of digits is 4, okay, whatever be the number of digits, 4358, 9276, whatever. So if the number of digits is 4, the characteristic will be 3. So similarly, if the number of digits is 10, for example, is a very big number, so number of digits is 10, then we can find or predict the characteristics as 9. So it is 1 less than the total number of digits. So one important thing also to note from here is that the number should be greater than 1. That means whatever argument we are calculating, what the logarithmic argument, that should be greater than 1. Now let's see what will happen if the number is the argument is less than 1. So for example, let's find out the characteristics and mantissa for log of 0.85 with the base 10. So you can see this is the third example of ours, and 0.85, you know that we can write it as 8.5 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 1. So we are shifting, we can just rearranging the decimal. And please remember, we are dealing only with common logarithm. That means we are writing with base 10. So just first of all, you need to rearrange it. So this is a very important step. And then we'll use the product law. So the product law, you know that whatever is there in the argument, if it is in a product form, then we can write it in log m plus log n. So similarly, we can write this form as log of 8.5 plus log of 10 to the power minus 1. Now we want to find out the characteristics, right? So log of 8.5 we can actually calculate with the help of calculator, and it is 0 in the range of 0 point something. And whereas the log of 10 to the power minus 1 is minus 1, we know that it is the integer value. So if we see here, this minus 1, whatever is the 10 to the power values or exponent, that becomes the characteristics. We can also write this minus 1 as 1 bar. So this 1 bar is the characteristic. So first step what we did, we rearranged the decimal. Second step what we did, we used product law, right? And we divided it like this. Rearrangement is very important. You just cannot do random rearrangements. You cannot do 85 into 10 to the power minus 2. No, we will write it in this format, like the first number, it should be in this format. So 8.5 into 10 to the power minus 1, for example. And then you are splitting up after using the product law. So whatever is the power of the 10 here, that is the characteristics. And if it is the negative sign, we can write it as 1 bar. I'll explain you why within a couple of moments. Yes, so please remember the rearrangement part. So we have seen that log of 0.85, we can write it as in this format, and then we are using the product law, and then we are finding the value, right, as 1 bar. So this part we call it as mantissa. So log of 8.5 is the mantissa, and this part minus 1 or 1 bar is the characteristics. Okay. So, but the actual value of the log of 0.85, you use your calculator and you check the value of logarithm, it comes to be minus 0.0706. So you cannot say that, okay, 0 is the integer value, so 0 should be the characteristic. No, you have to first write it like in this format, okay, and then you can calculate the value of characteristics and mantissa. Overall, we will see within a couple of moments that minus 1 plus 0.929 we get as 0.0706. So whatever is the net value of this one, we get the logarithmic value, that is log of 0.85. Okay, let's check, let's make a short conclusion in our mind whatever we have seen, that the number of zeros between the decimal point, where is the decimal point? Here is the number decimal point. We are calculating the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first significant digit. So which is the first significant digit? It is 8. And which is the decimal point? It is this one. So is there any zero in between them? No. So we can conclude that there is no zeros between the decimal point and the first significant digit in this example. So our characteristics is, we have just now checked that it is bar 1, or we can write it as minus 1, right? Verify this with the help of the second example. Let's check what will be the characteristics of log of 0.0035. So this is our fourth example. So as discussed before, we will write the 0.0035 in this format. So this is the first step. So we can write it as 3.5 into multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. Now again we'll use the product law and we'll break up this part. Again, to remind you that this format is very, very important. We cannot just randomly check, write 35 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4. We have to write it with the first significant digit. So after applying the product law, we can write it as log of 3.5 plus log of 10 to the power minus 3. And you can check that what is log of 10 to the power minus 3. You can write it as minus 3. And you can calculate the log of 3.5 with the help of your calculator. So because these are common logarithms with a base 10. So whatever examples we are discussing here, they are common logarithms. So this 3 minus 3, whatever you have received from log of 10 to the power minus 3, this is the characteristics of log of 3.5 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. We can also write as 3 bar. Okay. If we see the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first significant digit, it is 2, right? And based on the verification of the characteristics, we have verified that the characteristics is bar of 3. So you can see that there is a pattern. In the previous example, the number of zeros were 0 and the characteristics was 1 bar, right? So here also there is a developing a short pattern which is very interesting to understand. Let's verify this with the fifth example of ours. So let's verify what is the characteristics of log of 0.009. So again, the first step you have to write it in this format, that is 9 is the first significant digit. So we can write a log of 9 10 to the power minus 3, and applying the product law, we can break up into log of 9 plus log of 10 to the power minus 3. Similarly, we can, in order to find out the characteristics, we have to check the values of logarithm of 10 to the power minus 3, right? And whatever is the value of log of 9, that is the mantissa. So if you check here, so 10 to the power minus 3, log of 10 to the power minus 3 is minus 3. So, or we can write it also as 3 bar. So this is 3 bar is the characteristics of log of 0.009, and mantissa is 0.954. So again, just to verify that how many zeros are there between the decimal point and the first significant digit, it is 2. So we can see here that again the characteristics is 3 bar or minus 3. We have just verified, right? So net conclusion is that when the number is less than 1, that is 0 point something is less than 1, then the characteristics can be 1 more than the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first significant digit of the number. And it's negatively, we can write it as -1, or we can write it as bar of n plus 1. Okay. So for example, characteristics of 0.005, so we can check the number of zeros, it is 3. So you can guess the characteristics of this number based on this rule or based on this law. Yes, you are right, it is 4 bar, because it is 1 more than the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first significant digit, right? Similarly, the second, or we can write it as 4 bar. So similar second example is 0.0095. So find out the characteristics of this particular number. Pause the video and think about it. Yes, you are right that it is 3 bar, because there are 2 zeros, and so it should be 3 bar. Similarly, 0.0225, what can be the characteristic of this number? Yes, you are right, it is 2 bar. So we have learned today based on based on the number, based on the argument, whether it is more than 1 or less than 1, we have developed some solid conclusion. So if the argument of logarithm is more than 1, then how can we calculate and predict the characteristic? Even without calculating, using the calculator, we can develop the law that the characteristic is 1 less than the total number of digits. So if the argument is more than 1, we have to check the number of digits, and based on it we can predict the characteristics. Similarly, if the argument of logarithm is less than 1, then you can predict the characteristics as 1 more than the total number of zeros between the decimal and the first significant digit. I hope that you have understood today's class. Based on whatever we have done in today's class, You can check your understanding. I will share the answers after in my next video. Till then, goodbye.